Welcome back, happy people, and it's about time. It's been a little while since we've talked, and we're off on a no destination, no goal ride today. I have no idea what I'll run into, so I have no idea what we're gonna see. All I know is we're gonna get out and do it. I've been in the middle of a transition where I've sold my old ranch where you've seen me put videos before, and now I've moved down here to the river house where we're transitioning into a new housing situation, and hopefully we'll end up building a house for myself in the coming years. We're coming up on something right here right now that's gonna be new. It's different. You guys haven't seen anything to do with it because you don't know about it yet, but I have bought myself a awesome dirt bike, and in an effort to help the kids get trained on dirt biking, I've put a basic track in, and let's go for a little quick ride around it, see where it's at. There it is. And maybe we're gonna do some work on it. I haven't even ridden it yet myself. I've been in the field with the dirt bike, but I haven't actually ridden the track itself. Let's go around here, see if we can find it. Partridge and pigeon. So the cone is a starting point, and we're going to turn this all to dirt, put in some berms, do some loops and stuff here. It's going to be great so I can teach the kids. So this is our go point. Big deep leg out, deep dig. There we go. Off the gas. I gotta keep forgetting I only have 50/50 tires. Second gear. Big bike like this on slippery grass. It was raining all day yesterday. Loose grass on the top. There's no dirt to dig in. You can hear me spinning out. But this is working great. It's gonna be great for the kids. That's right, hit the posts. Now the dip in the hollow here, I might have to fix this in the future. Yep, it's not too bad. And to the end. So that right there, that is the entirety of that track. We're going to turn a bunch of it to dirt. We're going to let it get ripped to grass so they get some different surfaces, put some berms in, maybe some whoops, maybe even a tabletop or two so the kids can get some experience, and go from there. To say that I haven't been busy while I've been away from the channel is an understatement, but that's okay because I just haven't had everything set up in order to video it. So there's the bottom half of the loop there, and it should be awesome when it's done. Like I said, today's a point and shoot ride. We have no idea what we're going to get into. It's raining a little bit. We're going to get spit on after all this rain we had all weekend. We'll see how it goes. So I got a decision to make here. Why not go up on the train tracks to the rail bridge? Let's go do that. So I'm staying seated for this part of the ride. I've done this several times before, but there's not much here to worry about, although the 30 to 50 mil of rain we had yesterday might have changed things a little bit. The wood's a little slippery. There we go. So my carrier box in the back, I had it start making noises while I was on my trip down to the United States and going up Mount Washington, and I wasn't sure what was going on there, and I got to looking, and the carrier box has snapped the platform in half on the top, so the box is still secure, It's just only partially secure. Look at that now, eh? Yeah. Now I grew up riding around here, so I have a good idea about everything that's here. However, these trails are not the same trails that I grew up riding on, because they were built out of coarse gravel. Gravel is like an inch and a half. It's like railroad ballast, and that gravel, being what it is, they're really hard to drive on. This stuff here, this is just a treat. It's a joy. It's a genuine, real, live joy. And I'm gonna see if I can't get some good video of this. So the Wallace River Swing Bridge is actually a really iconic bridge here in the East Coast. And I remember before they put all of the boards and cladding on that keep everyone safe, we used to travel it when it was just the railway ties, and there was like 10-inch gaps between them where the rail pieces were sitting on them, and there's no intention of anybody on a vehicle traveling it. That was when I was a kid. Now they have it upgraded and it's part of the trail system, the Trans-Canada Trail System, and it's in beautiful shape. It's a nice place to visit. It doesn't swing anymore. It used to swing so that schooners could pass underneath of it and traverse the river, but ever since they put in the bridge at the bottom of the entrance to the river, vessels don't travel up here, making Wallace River one of the quietest rivers, despite being incredibly beautiful and accessible by boat at low tide. It's a quiet, nice, lazy river to get out and enjoy. Fishing's great, kayaking's great, paddling's great. It's a nice spot. Look at this fella here, ammo boxes on either side. He's got life sorted out. If it's even a dude, I don't know. Travel along. I think that's a Kawasaki KVF 360. They're a good bike, and she'd be maxed out right now. She does about 60 kilometers an hour. There's a stop sign ahead. Hopefully this person will let me zip by them when we get to the intersection here. This is the beautiful thing about motorcycles and adventure bikes in particular. Oh, mirrors and everything. Needs to stop. No. Let's see if we can get across here. The unique thing about a rail bed is that the actual path itself is typically quite flat, and you can see for a long ways. So I just go by him real easy. No dust for him. And if you're looking ahead, you can actually see a very long ways without knowing it. And that's just the way these rail beds are had to be made, because they're made for trains. Trains don't deal with slope very well, and if they do, they have to take the slope gradually over a long period of time. So what a great ride this is. This time of year is my favorite time of year to ride. The reason being is that in the summertime, it's always harder to get cooler than it is to get warmer in the fall or the spring. I always found that it was so hard to cool down, especially in the temperature variations over the day in the dead of summer. The bike would overheat, the engine warmth would just kill you, and you had to stop frequently to cool down, have something to drink. You just get physically and emotionally drained riding in too hot of temperatures. 35 degrees Celsius is about as much as I could handle. but some other people can handle a lot more than that. I'm just not built that way. I have handlebar warmers here for my grips, and I've used them during some of the rainstorms and stuff, and they are a lifesaver. So it's easier to get warmer, you just add another layer. But if you're stripped down to next to nothing and you're riding along and you just can't get cooler, and I always felt like your safety was compromised trying to get too cool because you're bare skin and everything. So that was always a challenge, and I know that that's probably a majority of riding conditions for people who are watching these videos, is that they're in the warmer temperatures. But I prefer the fall season to get out and about because, hey, the colors are changing and those are really nice, and the temperature is more conducive to me enjoying my ride. That's Sunset Homes. That's where they take care of those who can't take care of themselves. It's a great program if you know what it is. And this point here, this is as far as I've ever gone. So right now we're coming into Pugwash, Nova Scotia, and there's the salt mine. There's what they're doing. Little bank turn here. Keep in mind, I'm on an 800 GS BMW. This is not just a dirt bike. I have 50/50 tires on, and it is gobbling up these trails. Just perfect. Nope, people with the dog. We're gonna go quietly over to the side here, let them see my face so that they know that I'm looking at them. Give them a nod. And it's a good dog. Lots of signage. Man, we never had this when we were a kid. We were just hoping a prayer we were making it through, and people are taking care of these trails because obviously their effort is to maintain them for their use, and I think that's really, really important. Yeah, I have no idea where this goes. I have none. You guys are seeing all this for the first time with me. I have no pre-existing knowledge because this did not exist whenever I was out here riding. Everyone had to take off down the dump road in order to get anywhere, and now there's this. Some places in Nova Scotia, you're allowed to drive ATVs on the roads. I don't understand why they don't just open up all of the same series roads to access to the same vehicles. It really doesn't make any sense to me why they wouldn't do that. But I mean, with the way the regulations were made back in 1982, the type of off-highway vehicles with zero suspension, one set of brakes, and absolutely no safety measures, crush points, or seat belts like side-by-sides have. All of these things factor in. I can't explain to anyone else why, even with a law enforcement background, why modern vehicles like this aren't allowed on the highway. Like the top speed of a 1982 three-wheeler, four-wheeler, all-terrain vehicle was right around between 40 to 60 kilometers an hour. Now they're upwards of 150 kilometers an hour, and that's legal. That's from factory. So, you know, depending on what you buy and what you get, 1000cc motors versus 125cc motors or 250cc motors. So a lot of differences to be observed in technology. Obviously, seeing as how we're not watching VHSs and betas anymore, we're into the digital era. The same digital era that carries things forward for safety, technology, and abilities is also translated into those particular vehicles, which ultimately are safer themselves than the vehicles that were on the highway in the 60s and 70s before seatbelts were put in them, which is crazy because you can drive a 1923 Ford Model A on the road without a seatbelt in it, and because it's the way it was built, but you can't drive a side-by-side wherever you want to go around here. So that's just my logic. If it's lost in all of you guys, then that's fine, but you know, it just doesn't make sense to me, and the progressive nature of changing the rules isn't conducive to when they were set and how easy that was to do that. So I got no idea where I'm at. Where are we at? I'm gonna go this way because I'm pretty sure Pugwash is this way. There's something that way. Oh, this is the dump itself. Yeah, there we go. Oh, perfect. Well, I know where I'm going now. Well, there we are. We popped out into the beautiful village of Pugwash. And this place is about as cute as a button as it gets on the East Coast. We'll take a little dive down here and go have a look at the waterfront. Clouds are starting to roll in. I'm not too keen on getting rained on, but we'll see what happens. Gravel on this corner is real bad. Both sides, wow. Having decent tires doesn't make a difference because they're on pavement. Gravel on pavement doesn't count as off-roading. Cute place, no parking. Oh, these people got it figured out though, haven't they? Look. Roofs being redone. Homes right on the water. Thinker's Lodge. Again, it's a small place. They don't have a bank here anymore, which is incredible. Town Hall. Village Hall, sorry. Nothing's changed here since I was a kid. Except for there's a building missing. Let's go down here. No overnight parking, no concern from this guy. Tide is very high. That, eh? There's some great place to be. This used to be the liquor store here. It's not a liquor store anymore. Basic Spirit. Nothing today, Matt. See that on the door? Nothing today, Matt. 3-word communication to a local. Must be for pickup. Don't bother coming in, 'cause I don't need you. Man, what's going on here? Right? Alright. What you say, what you say? Just a poplar. Up in here ditching and they cut everything off. Let's see if we can't break a couple branches here. Give me neutral. Yeah, we can make that. Done. There you have it, folks. We're on our way. We'll see you in the next one.